Hey Katie! So a few weeks ago, Cosmo was sitting in my lap, and then all of a sudden he just gave this great big kitty sigh. I don't really know what it means when a cat sighs, if it was like a sigh of contentment or it was just like an oxygen thing. But at the time, my initial reaction was, oh, your life is so hard. Like he'd just given this big exasperated sigh. It was the middle of finals week, and I was just like, really? Because I mean, all my cat has to do is eat and sleep. He's not even an outdoor cat. He doesn't even have to kill, like, mice or anything. He probably doesn't even know what a mouse is. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, that's not really fair of me. I mean, I don't really know what constitutes a bad day for my cat. It's true that his life isn't very hard, but his life is also on sort of a smaller scope than mine, and his understanding is definitely on a smaller scope than mine. So maybe that day one of the cats who lived around there was sitting outside our window or something, and then he was cuddled in my lap and he was just like, this day would have been so much better if I had gotten to go outside today. I really don't know what it's like for a cat. But it kind of got me thinking about, how we treat anybody who's having a bad day. I don't know if you know this, but I really hate it when I say that something is wrong in my life or that I'm having a bad day and somebody says, well, if it makes you feel any better, and then they go on to tell me something that makes their life as miserable, if not more miserable than mine. No, that doesn't make me feel better. In fact, it probably makes me worse, because if I'm telling you that I'm not having a very good day, it means that I probably care for you to some extent. So knowing that my day sucks and the day of somebody that I love sucks is really just gonna make everything worse. How is that supposed to make me feel better? I mean, the fact that we're both equally miserable isn't gonna make me feel any better. You have every right to complain to me just as much as I have to complain to you, but don't expect me to feel better about myself by hearing your problems. It doesn't make sense, no matter how you put it. And then there's the whole thing where people will say, no matter how bad you have it, somebody else has it worse. Of course someone has it worse than you do. This will be true like 99% of the time, unless you are literally the unluckiest person in the world. But that doesn't mean that we can take away your right to complain about what's going wrong in your life right now. If you're having a bad day, you should be able to talk to people about it without them making you feel guilty about complaining about the fact that you're having a bad day when they're having a bad day too, or somebody in Africa is starving. If someone's not feeling well, just let them get it out, and then maybe they'll feel a little bit better. Or try to make them smile or something. Don't just sit there guilting them into feeling worse. What are you accomplishing with that? Anyway, that's my rant for the day. On a calmer scale, sort of, I totally understand your editing woes. I have a new editing program finally, so hopefully this one doesn't crash as much. But instead my computer's been crashing. A lot. So I had 11 videos to edit from Musical on Sunday, and all I wanted to do was get them all edited yesterday, but instead I had to sit and wait while it was rendering, and then when it got to about 60%, my computer would crash. 6 times. Thankfully, Dad came and rescued it somewhat, and hopefully we're gonna take it in soon. So if you don't hear from me for a while, it's probably because my computer's in the shop. But for now, I should be able to make plenty of videos. I just need to actually finish editing all the Musical videos, which could take some time. I love you, Katie, and I'll talk to you soon.